The Word of God was always clearly established in the hearts of the people who changed the course of Christianity, regardless of the time period. In 1962, the Word of God that entered the heart of a young man in despair changed this young man and led him to accomplish amazing works of the gospel no one had imagined. The Good News Mission has preached the pure gospel of Jesus Christ according to the recorded scriptures of the forgiveness of sins accomplished by the blood of Jesus. The Good News Mission has preached the spiritual life not of man's works or efforts, but only of relying and believing in the Word of God. Through preaching the gospel, God allowed many churches to be established, allowed many preachers to come to rise, allowed grand Bible crusades to be held, and led mission work abroad to begin. Recently, God has opened the doors for youth empowerment and transformation for the youth who are lost and wandering. There were persecutions, much tribulations while the gospel was being preached, but we relied on the word and continued more fervently with the work of the gospel. Even now, all over the world, there are countless people who are hearing the gospel preached by the Good News Mission and leading lives free from sin and full of happiness. Bible seminars of the Good News Mission began in 1986 at the Mugunghwa Auditorium, and for the last 30 years were held in large cities around the world. Many people who were suffering in sin hear the word and receive salvation each year through the Bible seminars. Summer and winter camps held each year lead the brothers and sisters to grow in faith amidst graceful words and abundant fellowship. Their hearts gain strength and rest through these camps. The Good News Mission dispatched its first missionary to Germany in 1989 and has been actively doing mission work in 80 countries around the world. The gospel was preached in large countries around the world, as well as to the people in remote villages of the South Pacific and to various Indian tribes of North America. The Good News Mission has held Christian leader conferences from 2014, with much fellowship with pastors from local areas. In Kenya, the NPBC National Peace Bible Crusade was formed to preach the gospel all over Africa together with local pastors. Each year, there are increasingly more pastors in the United States, South America, India, and Eastern Europe who are wanting to unite their hearts with the Good News Mission. The gospel preacher who preaches the right gospel to the people and leads the brothers and sisters' lives must be closer with God than anyone. The pastor training program of the Good News Mission, which started in 1976, teaches and trains its students until dispatch and ministry to live relying only on the Word of God. Hundreds of people are becoming pastors each year through the Mahanaim Bible College. In 2010, the Mahanaim Bible Training Center was founded, and non-pastors who are willing to serve the gospel are now able to be trained online for ministry and gospel service both domestically and abroad. The Good News Mission founded the International Youth Fellowship, IYF, for the development of the upright mindset in the youths, to bring them challenge and unity while also nurturing them with diverse programs. The youth take part in cultural events, leadership training, which are a part of the World Cultural Camp, and volunteer service abroad for 1 year, which instills in them the value of sharing and service to have them develop into global leaders. There are other programs also that serve as guides for the youth in IYF. These programs have been loved by many nations and are now becoming the role model for youth development and education. The Good News Mission is spreading the gospel through various mediums. published sermon books starting from 1988. The Secret of Forgiveness and Being Born Again has been translated into 24 languages and is leading many people to the true gospel and true spiritual life. The Good News Mission founded a TV station in 2010 in Kenya called GBS for further dissemination of the gospel. An online internet homepage is also available in 14 languages to check mission work in real time from all over the world. The Good News Mission serves as the light and salt to give people hope. Youths have unlimited potential, but the mind education that guides the youths to become the leaders of the next generation have brought many stories about positive changes in youths. It has been highly praised in Korea and all over the world. In addition, the Good News Medical Volunteers, which began in 2008, reaches out to people in Africa, Central and South America, and the South Pacific, where people are in dire need of medical care, to treat their diseases and revive their hearts. Pastor Ok-Soo Park, who founded the Good News Mission after becoming born again in 1962, is a true servant of God, who preaches the gospel with a humble heart. Pastor Ok-Soo Park, who finds all the solutions in the Bible, ministers not only in Korea, but also founded International Youth Fellowship, Gracias Choir, and has conducted many society-serving activities. He has brought about change of the heart to wherever he went, and has worked to continually instill hope and renew lives. Recently, he has met with many presidents and ministers personally to preach the gospel, and many are cooperating with the IYF for the renewing of the youths. The steps of the Good News Mission is like another book of Acts. When we take the steps by faith, relying on the Word, we see God is faithful, fulfilling His words. The good news, which leads people out from sin into happiness. This gospel is what we preach.